Morning, Ryan. When you went on that heater last year where you had 41 points in the final 30 games, you had an 18% shooting percentage. This year at even strength, you got a 7% shooting percentage. Do you look at those numbers with the experience that you have, knowing that things are going to balance out over the course of time here and that you're due for some breaks, maybe like the one that you got last night?
To be honest, I don't look at those numbers. I know that I've have been able to capitalize on some chances this year, but I mean, a lot of chances have been there, and it's a long season. There's lots of ups and downs throughout every season, so you got to find a way to stick with it, stay positive, and not overthink it, and eventually they'll start going in. But I mean, obviously, it helps by shooting the puck more and getting confidence back that way.
Can you speak to, maybe how you felt your line played last night, especially when you were cycling offensively? Did you feel a little bit more connection, maybe like it was before last year when because you haven't played a lot with those guys over the course of this season?
Yeah, I thought last night was probably our best or one of the best games that we've had together so far this year. Like you said, it was just kind of the way that we played last year. There was a lot of support. Got the cycle game back and just made plays when they were there. So it's something that we talk about in the room. We've been pushing to get back to that, and last night was a good start.
Your Matheson post media.
Ryan, you've been here a long time. Do you speak to Kyler Yamamoto and say, just hang in there, because it's been a very trying season for him in terms of scoring goals?
Yeah, again, you just have to stay positive, and we've stayed positive with him. I know it's easy to get down on yourself and lose confidence, but I mean he's a very good player. He's got a great shot. He's got a nose for the net, and I know he knows that, but it's sometimes it's tough to remember that when you go on a little skid. So we try to give him as much confidence as we can. I know today he was shooting the puck a little bit more in practice, bearing down and putting some in. So you can work on things like that in practice, and hopefully transfers to the game.
You flip-flop back and forth from wing to center. At this point in the season, would you like to at least have some a talk with your coach and say, okay, am I a winger or am I a center?
I guess it just kind of depends on what happens, what he's going to go with come playoff time. But I mean, I'm pretty fine going either way. This year, especially, I've been swapping back and forth, so I'm kind of used to it. I think the more I've done it, the easier it's become to transition to one or the other. So I'm ready to do either, and we'll just see what he has planned, and we'll go from there.
Mark Spector, Sportsnet.
Okay, I'll put you on the spot then. What do you think makes yours a harder team to play against? When you're at center and the Draisaitl and McDavid are together in a line, or when you're playing the wing and they're on separate lines?
I think both ways can be very effective. I mean, we've had success doing both this year. Obviously, it is a different look. I mean, with Connor and Leon playing together, that's an extremely dangerous line, and they create so much offensively. Obviously, the rest of the lines have to be ready to produce, but also just hold things down and be solid and take pride in that. But when they're not together, I mean, obviously, I guess the offense is spread out a little bit more. But I mean, when those two are together, it's dangerous, and we know that teams have a tough time handling that.
Okay, so as a leader on this team, I want to ask about Mike Smith. You and him would probably, your personalities as an observer couldn't be more polar opposite. He's big alpha dog, stare you down guy, and you usually come at him with a smile on your face. So tell me about his leadership and how it offsets the other leaders in the room.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously our one of the older guys in the room. He's been around a long time. He's got confidence in himself. We have confidence in him, and I mean, the way that he's been playing this year has just been incredible. And he is a great leader for us. He holds us down when we need it. He lets us know, and when we need to step up for sure. And at the same time, he gives us a lot of confidence in ourselves and a lot of energy. So, I mean, I think it can be rare from a goalie to be able to do that because a lot of the time they just kind of focus on themselves. And I know it's you have to be focused as a goalie, but I mean the way that he brings the energy, he brings some life to our room and a lot of confidence in there too.
Tony Brower, Oilers TV.
Hey Ryan, with the win yesterday, your team improved to 25-1-2 when leading after 2 periods of play. Over the last number of years, is that where you've seen the most growth out of this club, playing with the lead?
Well, I think that's been something that we've definitely improved on over the last couple of years. It's having the confidence to be able to close games out and knowing that we need to bear down here. It's not about sitting back and letting the other team kind of dictate the pace in the third period. It's you have to push yourself, and I mean we want that next goal and really put them out of it. So it's something that we take pride in. Like you said, we've definitely gotten better at it. It's something that is so important come playoff time.
Thanks, Ryan.
Jim Matheson.
Ryan McLeod is coming up to his 10th NHL game, and you've played well over 500. What do you tell a player like that? It does seem like he's got the tools to play in the NHL. It's just that he's so conscious of not making a mistake defensively that his offense, from the minors to the NHL is going to take some time. Is that how it was for you too? As a young player, you're erring on the side of caution.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of came in at different times. When I came in, it was we were a struggling team at that point, and I started at the start of the season. So, I mean, he's jumping right into. I mean, we're obviously we're a good team. We've put ourselves in a good spot here, and it's late in the season. So I think the way that he's been able to jump in has been really impressive. We know how much talent he does have offensively. He's shown that. I mean, a couple plays could have went in for him. And so it's just a matter of keeping that confidence. It's a tough league to get points in, and he understands that. I mean, he's not getting frustrated or anything. It's he's just got to keep that confidence and keep playing the way that he played down there, and he'll have success.
And one question there: any progress on a new contract for you?
Nothing right now, Joe.
Got to keep asking.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I mean, yeah. It's obviously this is a important time for our team, and that's everybody's focus.
Alexander Gamel, NHL.com.
Hey Ryan, Deputy Commissioner Daly said that the playoffs in your division might start immediately after the last regular season game, so you might be looking at a very short break. Do you think that could be a problem, or do you think it could benefit a team that's on a run like yours? What's your personal preference, longer break or shorter?
I mean, either way, I think we'll be prepared. We have a couple days in between this the Montreal to Vancouver game, so I mean, obviously we got to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, resting our body when we can. But whether it's the next day or a week later, I mean, I think we're going to be prepared to go right from the get-go.
Thanks.